Good morning, everyone. I'm here again today. It is December 17th, 2020, and I'm thinking that my wallpaper, it is like you can see it's stripes of several different animals. It's actual wallpaper. It's not like a background that I put in. But what you don't see are the actual animals that are over on that wall. And that's another wall of wallpaper. My mom must have put those up in like 1976 or 77, somewhere around there. And we've kept them up ever since. And I really liked it. And I just never had a desire to change. I always like the animals a little bit better, but the stripes are cool too. So anyway, that's a little history of what my mom has done for me. There now you can see the animals over there. But talking today, well, I saw my friend D-High yesterday, and we talked like it was like probably 8 hours we were together, and we talked about all kinds of things. And it just made me glad that they're one of my old friends. And this is not to say, this is one thing I really wanted to bring up. It's not to say that when I said that I'd lost my last friend last July, it wasn't to say that I didn't have all you friends on Facebook and all my previous friends that I've ever made in my life. I didn't lose you. It's just that I was in a different place and I didn't really see going back as an option at that time. Because I was like doing some things I shouldn't have been doing, and I didn't really want people to know about that. So that's why I kind of let friendships go, and I say that I was abandoned, whatever. And in my head, sometimes I really was, but in reality, I wasn't. And it was like one time, what was I thinking of? This is a perfect story of, oh man, now I can't think of it. But oh yeah, they were having like a business meeting, and they had a great plan all put together. And after the meeting, one lady kind of like went like that, and the boss was like, "What's wrong? You don't like our new plan? Maybe there's just something we didn't need to discuss." She's like, "No, I forgot my cell phone in my car. I have to go get it." She's like, "Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, of course." But in her mind, she's like, "Oh, she doesn't like the new plan. I need to fire her ass." But so we tell ourselves stories in our own mind. We jump to conclusions and we think, well, it must be this, and sometimes it might be true, but a lot of times it's not. And clarification is always key, I think, and talking to the person, even though it's a little hard and a little embarrassing sometimes, talking to the person is always the first step. And I don't ever want to assume something negative, and that's one of the things that I have to go back and try to discern now is like what in my past was reality and what in my past was fiction. I cannot distinguish between fiction and reality right now. I mean, I can, in my reality, I know exactly what happened. But some of those things may be a little bit exaggerated. Some things may be, I was completely off base. So, like for instance, the girl I met yesterday, D High. Um, I had thought I thought she has been contacted by the enemy and was conspiring against me and everything because she wasn't returning my texts. And plus, I had used a story about her mother many times with like a lot of different people. And so they're like, oh, we got to check her out, find her, and get her on our side. And so that's what I was thinking happened. And none of that happened at all. In fact, she was going through, her own little version of dealing with the enemy at the time. So it was great to get together with her and compare stories about dealing with the enemy. And I think that dealing with the enemy is like a very complex thing and it can take on many forms. But what I think we didn't make a top 10 list like I thought we were going to because it kind of just didn't go that direction. But um, what I really found out was that the enemy will. One thing is full of like gossip, deceit, and lies. The rumors will spread like wildfire, um, and all these people will believe it because it's usually like kind of credible people who are telling these rumors. And we don't know, her and I, we didn't know where they got them from. And it was just like way off base. So it was probably them in their own little reality, making up stories like we all do about what was going on. And they thought they knew what was going on and they didn't. And it was completely way off base. Or maybe like a little bit was true, but what they came up with was like this huge, like blown out of proportion thing, like that game Telephone. When you're a little kid, you tell them like a little story and then they have to pass it to the next person, and it's funny how it changes. But yeah, I think that happens a lot. And what also happens a lot, there's always that Jezebel spirit that jumps in and like creates like jealousy and envy and not necessarily sexual way, but like using that desire and trying to be all like beautiful and cute or whatever in these women, or sometimes it's a man, very rarely, but it's it's called Jezebel. But she'll come in and she'll arouse jealousy and suspicion, and it came in with me, and it came in with her in a different type of way, but I think it was kind of the same Jezebel spirit. um And then one other thing that we compared was that the contacting of family members and close friends to come on over to our side. They want the family members to to turn their back on one of their own family and come on over to their side. And it's so like sneaky and deceitful, and that sometimes it works. And I'm not just talking from my experience and hers. It's just I've done some research online about that, and it's just done in such a sneaky way. The devil is full of tricks. The devil has been dealing with people for thousands of years, and we've just been here, 53, and so he's got everything down pat. So he knows exactly what to do, when he's going to do it, and how he's going to do it, and he's going to get this person against you and that person, and then you're going to feel isolated, and then you're going to think, wait, maybe I am really a rotten person. And so, that thought crossed my mind many times. But I had to persevere, and I had to look at, my life and what I was doing, and I didn't have ill intentions in mind at all. In fact, I really wanted the best for everyone that I met. Why wouldn't I want the best for them? But there's a lot of people out there that just don't work that way. They don't necessarily want the best for even their best friend, because they'll be jealous, and they will like kind of, they might underhandedly, I'm speaking in general terms and nothing specific, but they might try to take that person down and put stepping stones in their way, or blocking stones, or stepping stones, or whatever. So they'll trip and fall on their on their journey. And I was telling people, if I'm gonna fail, let me fail on my own. I could probably do that very well, actually. I could fail by myself very well. No need to help me fail. I got that one down. So for people to help me fail, it's like, oh my God, really? They're helping me fail? I'm like, come on, what's wrong with helping me succeed and trying to lend a helping hand and not believing the rumors and listening to your heart? And I think that just so many people are deceived, and they don't know really what's in the Bible. I mean, they know the Ten Commandments, but they don't know all the other things that God says that we should not be doing. Lying, is lying one of the Ten Commandments? I think in a way it is for God. But see, I'm no Bible thumper, really. I'm not. I couldn't recite the Ten Commandments if I had to, but I kind of in general know I could maybe get 9 out. It's like trying to name the seven dwarfs, trying to name the Ten Commandments. Um, um, so, um, but reading the Bible really shows you all the other laws that God has, or what have you, and it's just like yeah, I like this one, and this one's okay. I could do that, but no, I'm not. I have an issue with these 3 laws over here. Well, that may be true, and it may be something that you can like. It may be you're on a path. You're on a path towards God. You're not willing to give up some of these things yet, but to really experience the sunlight of the Spirit, I think we need to just let that all go and just like take the Bible and try to follow all the commands. And God knows we're not going to do it perfectly, and that's why we have forgiveness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against others. You know, those are in the Lord's Prayer. They're not in there for nothing. Um, so forgiveness definitely comes into play. But you know, I think trying to follow all his commands is what he was saying in I believe it's Numbers, or I think it's Leviticus and Numbers. You know, I am the Lord your God. You shall follow all my commands. And again, it's so we are protected. We so we don't get hurt. You know, it's like my dog really wants to run around in the front yard and play and chase the lizards and stuff. I have to restrict him on that. He doesn't understand why, because there's a danger that is not in his comprehension. He can't comprehend that he might get hit by one of these cars and die. I don't even know if death is in his comprehension. I know he's seen, our dead cat when Sinbad died. He saw the cat. But something doesn't register with pets about death. So I want to protect my dog. He doesn't understand why, but it's for his own good. And so that's what I have to try to remember when following God's laws, instead of he's trying to protect me and also protect others and just make the world a better place. So I think that's enough for today. It's 12 minutes. So I will pray out, and I'll just say thank you, God, for another day. Thank you for that wonderful day yesterday with D-High, and I want to pray for your kingdom to come. I want to pray for all those that I love, and especially those who nobody loves. Over now.